Up next, learn how two women in the Oneida tribe brought gaming to the Green Bay area in the late 1970s. From Mike Hoeft, the author of The Bingo Queens of Oneida.
We're sitting today in the Irene Moore Activity Center. It's an addition where bingo is played. This has some slot machines where they expanded. And I wrote a book with these two women. They are the two moms that helped start Oneida Bingo, Sandy Ninham Bramer and Elma Webster. The Oneida tribe is not originally from Wisconsin. They are one of the 6 nations of the Iroquois Confederacy. Originally, ancestral homelands were in upstate New York. The women were always influential political counselors. They were the farmers. They grew the Three Sisters crops of corn, beans, and squash. The clan mothers held a lot of power in society. And the Oneida men, the warriors, were sided with the American colonists during the Revolutionary War. After the War of 1812, the Oneidas were forced to relocate. Like a lot of Native nations, they were forced west. And Oneidas were dispersed. They were broke up into 3 communities, one in Canada, one that stayed in New York, and one that came to Wisconsin. So in Wisconsin, the Oneida Reservation is just outside Green Bay. It's a rectangular reservation of tribal, non-tribal parcels of land. It's interesting that about half of the population lives below the poverty line as of about 1970. So they subsisted by drawing on each other. The book is more than a study of just how gaming started by one tribe. It's also a personal story about women and family relationships. It's about women leadership, about building community. It's about trying to save an indigenous culture on the brink of being lost. And it's about making sacrifices for others. I'd say that what they did was heroic. And they say they were just trying to do it for the sake of taking care of the kids and the elders in the community.
Elma was the treasurer of the tribe. At that time, I was assistant director of our new civic center, and I worked under Sonny King. And when we got that new building, it was a gym with a kitchen and 8 offices, and we needed to have an income. And at that time, there was no way to make an income to pay the bills for the infrastructure of that building. So Elma here played bingo in her younger days as in Michigan. And when her and I would talk about how we were going to pay the bills, well, her and another friend, Patty, they would go into the churches and play bingo. So she came back with this idea that we would start bingo in the gym, and that would earn our money to take care of the light bill, for instance. And the monies that we generated then helped all of the programs within the tribe. I can remember we had one of our first big powwows at that time, and it was very small, and it just evolved because we had more money to pay for advertising and for all of the things that go along with those kinds of things. And we started developing jobs. We had a security department that started from bingo operation because I had security people come in. We have a police department now, and that's generated from the start of bingo. We have a tobacco business, a retail business now that was generated from the bingo operation. And like I said before, now we have a scholarship for our young people. So the money that we made from that operation did turn the direction of this tribe. The gaming had a lot to do with the turnover and the economic impact of our people, of our tribe and our people. Because as I was told one time when I was out in Door County, someone yelled at me and they said, "Sandy, you know your game has put the Oneida tribe on the map." And I think that's what this whole thing did. It put us on the map. It made us, people are aware of our people and the talent that our people have and what we could contribute to this society. Back in the day, you know, they kind of thought that we were welfare on the welfare rolls or something. And then with the gaming operation, that changed everything. Now people were working, we were having programs within the tribe that were developing infrastructure for our people. We were becoming economic planners and developers. We were starting to build up our community all over the place. And we had a lot of our young people go back to school, and that also helped. So we changed a lot.
The reservation land was broken up during the allotment period in the late 1800s. So some of the casino revenue went to reacquiring reservation land.
And that land was originally our land. That's our land, and we needed to come back and bring it back into the realm of the tribe. So that was one big issue that we had to take care of. But without our bingo money, that might not have happened.
This book is about how two moms started a tribal bingo game as a fundraiser on the Oneida Indian Reservation and built it into a business that not only supports the tribe but contributes to the economy around Green Bay.
It feels really good to know that we had a part in the play of the success of our tribe. It feels really good. And it feels even better when we see our young people who are working for us. They're still working here. Some of them are in management positions, supervising positions. Some have gone on to college and come back and sit on the business committee. We have people now that are nurses and so on. And they used to work for us in our bingo operation. So it does make you feel really good to know that people are successful because of what we did.
Jean Nicolet was the first European to reach this area. He was a French explorer, landed at an area called Red Banks, just beyond here, in 1634, and was greeted by a friendly group of Winnebago Indians. At that time, France was sending explorers to the west to find what they